Many people in Britain and across the world were surprised when the country voted 52% to leave the largest trading bloc in the globe. Many pundits had predicted a win for the Remain side, who had issued dire warnings in their campaign, saying industries would not survive without foreign workers and Britain's standard of living would drop. The Leave side, on the other hand, pushed the rewards awaiting Britain in their bid to win the referendum. Half a decade after the referendum and 6 months after the Brexit transition period expired, how do you feel the exit from the EU is going for the UK? Freedom of movement of EU citizens ceased after Brexit, and many Britons saw this as a victory for their homeland. Take back control was a slogan shouted over and over again by Brexiteers as they touted the benefits of the UK having full control of its waters and borders. Did you think Britons would have more Brexit freedoms by now? Fishing rights featured heavily in debates in the lead-up to the June 23, 2016 ballot, as politicians argued coastal communities would be revived if foreign boats were banned from British territorial waters. When Boris Johnson announced his post-Brexit trade deal with Brussels in December, many fishermen said it did not go far enough to protect the long-suffering industry. However, supporters of the deal argued it was an important step for trawlermen who have long called for an increase in quota. Fishing was one of the main sticking points in last year's trade talks, but in the end both sides reached an agreement. Under the deal, 25% of EU boats' fishing rights in UK waters will be transferred to the British fleet over a period of 5 years. Do you think fishermen in the UK got a fair deal, or should Mr. Johnson have pushed for more quotas? This week the Prime Minister celebrated his first major post-Brexit trade deal as a hefty pact was signed with Australia. While Liz Truss, the International Trade Secretary, has negotiated multiple other deals with nations across the globe in recent months, the deal with Canberra was seen as a significant win for the government. What do you think has been the biggest Brexit victory so far? EU heavyweights France and Germany continue to dominate the 27-member bloc. France in particular was vilified by many pro-Brexit campaigners over its brazen attempts to cling on to fishing rights enjoyed by its fishermen while Britain was a member of the EU. But recently both countries showed signs of wanting to forge strong post-Brexit relations with the UK. Last month it was reported that France, Germany and Italy, the three leading European powers, were each trying to reach bilateral agreements with the UK focusing on defence cooperation. Now that Britain is no longer a member of the club with Germany and France, does this cause you to see the two countries in a different light? Some Remainers who are still refusing to accept Brexit and the will of the majority of voters in the referendum have vowed to keep fighting to rejoin the bloc. Last spring the party Rejoin EU was formed, fueled by an anti-Brexit sentiment. However, the group's candidate for the London mayoral election, Richard Hewison, failed to top the polls. Do you think Rejoiners' efforts will one day bear some fruit, or do you believe it's wishful thinking for people to expect Britain will one day return to the EU's fold? The government is planning on introducing a yacht, costing up to £200 million, to strengthen Britain's ties to countries across the world after Brexit. The vessel will be used to host trade fairs, ministerial summits and diplomatic talks. It is part of Mr. Johnson's bid to make the UK a major player on the world stage now that it is free of the shackles of the EU. So finally, do you think Brexit has made the UK appear weaker or stronger in the eyes of the international community? Vote in our exclusive Brexit poll.